Hello students, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are discussing about the F block elements, right? So, what are the F block elements? And where the F block elements are placed? Let us see. So, what are the F block elements? F block elements means the elements in which the differentiating electron enters into the n-2 f orbital, which means the lowest electron will enter into the n-2 f orbital are known as F block elements. And where the F block elements are placed, the F block elements are also known as inner transition elements. And where the F block elements are placed, these F block elements are placed separately. The F block elements are placed separately at the bottom of the periodic table and are also the subset of the 6th and 7th periods, right? Which means in the periodic table they are separated, which means they are placed at the bottom of the periodic table like this. Which means the F block elements consist of mainly two series. Which means what are the two series? 4F series and 5F series. Generally, the 4F series elements are called as lanthanoids. And 5F series are called actinoids. And what are the differentiation? What is the difference between the 4F series and 5F series? And what are the similarities? Let us see. For example, here, what are the 4F series elements? 4F series means the elements from lanthanum to, lanthanum means the atomic numbers 57 to lutetium 71. The total 14 elements, it consists of total 14 elements. So these 14 elements are called as lanthanoids. And the elements from 89 actinium to lawrencium 103 lawrencium. So the elements from actinium to lawrencium are called as actinoids. And the general electronic configuration for lanthanoids and actinoids. For the lanthanoids, the general electronic configuration is 4F1 to 14 and 5D 0 to 4 and 6S2. Which means in the lanthanoids, the electrons enters into 4F from 1 to 14 and 5D 0 to 4 and 6 orbital 2. Whereas the actinoids, the differentiating electron enters into 5F1 to 14, 6D 0 to 1 and 7S2. So these are the general electronic configurations for the lanthanoids and actinoids, or 4F series and 5F series. Is it okay? And especially the lanthanoids, it contains total number of 14 elements, right? In the 14 elements, only one element named it as promethium. This element is only the radioactive element. The remaining all in the 4F series are not the radioactive elements. But in case of the 5F series, most probably all the elements are radioactive elements. Is it okay? In the 5F series, all elements are radioactive elements. But in the 4F series, only the element named it as promethium is a radioactive elements. And let us see what are the similarities of the lanthanides and actinoids. And what are the similarities between the lanthanoids and actinoids? Let us see. See, both the series have the prominent oxidation state of +3, which means the lanthanoids and actinoids both show the +3 oxidation state. And they are involved in the filling of n-2 orbitals, n-2 f orbital, both lanthanoids and actinoids. These are the similarities. And both series shows the magnetic properties. And also both series of elements have the high electropositive character and also having a high reactive energy. So these are the similarities of the 4F series and 5F series. In other words, lanthanoids and actinoids. So this is all about simply description regarding the F block elements. F block elements means the differentiating electron enters into the n minus 2 F orbital. These elements are also called as inner transition elements. And where the elements are placed, it means they are placed separately at the bottom of the periodic table and are subset of 6th and 7th periods. Is it okay? This F block element consists of two series, 4F series and 5F series. 4F series elements are generally called as lanthanoids and the general electronic configuration is 4F 1 to 14 and 5D 0 to 4 and 6s2. Whereas the 5F series elements are called actinoids and the general electronic configuration is 5F 1 to 14 and 6D 0 to 1 and 7s2. The elements from lanthanum to lutetium, the total 14 elements are called as lanthanoids, and whereas actinium to lawrencium, which means here from cerium, generally 58 cerium to lutetium, in the same way 90 thorium, but the lanthanum and actinium, based on these elements only the names lanthanoids and actinoids are placed. So that is why here the lanthanum and actinium also mentioned in this. Is it okay? And in between the lanthanoids, all the elements are non-radioactive elements, but only the promethium element is radioactive, most probably. But in case of the actinoids, all our elements are radioactive only. Is it okay? And what are the similarities between the lanthanoids and actinoids means both the elements shows, which means the 4F series and 5F series shows the plus T oxidation state most probably, and also having involving the same orbital n minus 2 F orbital, and also both showing the magnetic properties, and also the fourth point, both elements having the high electropositive character and having a high reactive energy. So this is all about today's class.